Famicom Friday.
Famicom Friday.
SEGA Saturn.
What's up, everybody? It's Kevin here from Happy Beard Games, and today is a Friday, a Famicom Friday. Now, if you've seen my last two Famicom Friday videos, you'll know that I picked up a Japanese region SEGA Saturn, and on last week's Famicom Friday, we did a playthrough of the full arcade mode and more of one of those SEGA Saturn games from Japan. That is Street Fighter Alpha 2, known in Japan as Street Fighter 02. And that game was a lot of fun on last week's Famicom Friday. So today's Famicom Friday, we're also doing another Japanese region SEGA Saturn game. So I'm really interested in the SEGA Saturn. I don't have any prior experience with it or any really information or knowledge about the game, so a lot of it's going to be going in blind. It's also interesting because a lot of the games that I have are Japan region only, exclusive Japan region games. And then in the future on my channel, stay tuned for more, because we're going to do a pickups video towards the end of the month, and I'll explain where I got these games, how I got these games, and more information about the games themselves. But for these Famicom Fridays, we're just doing quick plays, and a little more information about the game as well. And also want to point out, for next week's Famicom Friday, we're doing a video which will include a little bit of this arcade stick, which I'm also modifying. This is not a Saturn arcade stick, this is for Nintendo Switch and PC, but I'm modifying it and changing it so it'll have the button colors of the official SEGA Saturn arcade stick, which is interesting to me. And then I also have an adapter for that where it can play on the SEGA Saturn and Dreamcast. So that's going to be really cool to check that out on next week when we look at the game Darkstalkers. So back to today, back to this Famicom Friday, we were playing the game Battle Athletess Daiundoukai, which is a game about high school girls in an anime style, and they have battle competitions in their sports track team, I think. I don't know exactly what this is about. I don't know if it's based on anything. Is it based on an anime? Is it based on a manga? Is it an original series, original game? I don't know. I don't know much about it. I looked up some of the gameplay online. It does have some 3D stuff in it and some 2D cutscenes and 2D conversations, so it's like anime style. We're gonna find out more about this game, Battle Athletess Daiundoukai, today on Hybrid Games' Famicom Friday. We're on the SEGA Saturn CD menu, which I don't think I've shown you guys this before, but we're gonna start the application right now. Because the SEGA Saturn also has a CD player, so you can play, your typical music CDs on your SEGA Saturn. Similarly how the PlayStation 1 started doing that, the SEGA Saturn can also do that. Alright. There's our title screen. No intro cutscene yet. Little bloop sound. Okay, more loading. Wow. All these characters. You got option. Let's check out the option. I might edit this part out. You can turn off the face. You can turn off the voice. You can change the volume. You can make it stereo or mono. Let's get out of there. New game, of course. We want to play a new game. AD. 4998 AD. So it's in the future. By 2,000 years in the future, I guess. It's post-apocalypse. Oh no, okay, there's people. Well, that was gonna be on a barren field in the year 20XX. Or I guess 40XX. Whoa. Now you gotta keep in mind this game was from 1995 or something. So it's pretty crazy to have these full motion, like an actual anime in your game, because it's this was early mid 1990s when this came out. Unfortunately, there's no captions. There's no subtitles even in Japanese subtitles. So if anyone has a translation for this game, I'd really appreciate it, or any not just a translation, but a context for what the scene is about, if they've played this game and they know Japanese. That'd be really interesting to find out. Now you can kind of get the general idea of it, especially since it's a video. But yeah. We might actually skip through some of this on the video, but I'll be watching it on my own. We'll see how it goes. Okie dokie.
お母さんが何を言いたかったのか。衛星だって結構ないよ。私、何の取り柄もないんだもの。これからどうすればいいの？
What the heck? Oh my god, it's SEGA Sanshiro. I mean, it's not really, but it kind of looks like him in his style. Have you ever seen the SEGA Saturn commercials with Segata Sanshiro? It's like... It's pretty much this, but like not anime. Because he's a real person. He's come to invite me into the Avengers Initiative, apparently. So I guess this really is in like the year 4000. I don't know why they picked the year like 4900 or whatever. Whatever year it said it was. It was like 84,900 or something like that. Like, usually when it's a futuristic show, it's like the year 2000 something. Not like 4,000, nearly 5,000. So like, I don't know. It's kind of a random number almost. It wasn't like just like 4,000, it was like 4,900 something else. So I didn't think this was based on a TV show, anime, or anything like that, but maybe it is. So this is a really long cutscene. Why are her eyeballs like 4 times the size of that guy's eyeballs? It's pretty cool. There he goes. Back in his spaceship. Wow. Kind of looks like a Mega Man, what's it called? Mega Man Legends ship? I don't know, I could be wrong with that. Wow. Is that a space station up there? Huh. Maybe this isn't even set on Earth, because it's like 2,000 years in the future, so it's kind of like confusing me, like how is it that far in the future? Oh, it has voice acting on that text too, it seems like. Or maybe like a little bit of voice acting, like they say certain things but not the whole sentence. That's pretty cool. I didn't expect this game to have like... Well, I mean, I expected to have an intro cutscene, but I didn't expect it to have like that much animation. And the FMVs are like scaled down to fit on a CD-ROM, so they look a little more pixelated and compressed. Whereas this is like the game art, so it looks not only uncompressed, but it looks really good in comparison. You know, it's still art. We're gonna skim through this conversation. Hopefully, we can make it through into the actual game. There is no skip through or skim or autoplay button as far as I can tell. It's just A, B, and C. Yeah, A, B, and C, or A and C, I guess, allow you to progress the text. I know this is more than a visual novel, though. It's gotta be, right? I saw gameplay of this. I'm pretty sure about the right game. There are a lot of visual novels on the Saturn, and there's some that I kind of want to get that are kind of interesting visual novels, because there's some that, they teach you English. So that'd be kind of interesting to check out. Not that I need to learn English. It'd just be interesting to check out a game from another country that teaches you English. I think that's interesting. Now, if I was playing this on my own and there's something I really wanted to understand that was like a really important moment and there wasn't too much text with it, One thing you can use that I have used on my videos in the past, but I'm not going to use on this video particularly, is I might use it on the manual, but I'm not going to use it on this part of the video. Is Google Translate, which is an app for your phone that basically allows you to point your camera at text of any language and have it translated into any language that's available. So you can basically like use your camera, and it's like a magnifying glass. But instead of magnifying something, what it does is it translates it if it's text. So I found that really interesting. I did that on my past videos when we looked at like original Nintendo Famicom games, and we looked at some of the box art and tried to find out what it said on the back of the carts and stuff like that. But for this one, we have a manual and we have a case. So maybe we'll use that on the manual and case when we check that out, because there's some cool stuff in the manual too. That's full color anime art inside the manual. I have the side label. I have some other stuff in there too. And you'll see that with my other SEGA Saturn games that like some of these games came with some bonus stuff like stickers and stuff like that, just collectibles. So it's interesting. There was our first option. We could have chose something up or down. I just chose the top default option. Hopefully that won't get us a game over. Now we're on the track field, which looks like your basic, track and field stuff. Which is what I think this game is actually about, is about high school, like track events, but it's like a battle version of it. That's what interested me about it. It just sounded like a quirky kind of... I'll go more into that on my pickups video later this month. It'll be called January Pickups. I'll go more into the reasons why I picked this game up, but for now it's basically it just interests in me, because I want to get games that are like, I want to get Street Fighter, I want to get Darkstalkers, I want to get some major games for the Saturn. I got Sega Rally. And then I want to get a couple games based on anime that I like, such as Slayers or Tenchi Muyo. And then also, and I did get a Slayers game, by the way. But then I want to get a quirky anime one that I didn't know anything about, and this is what I chose, was this game, Battle Athletess Daiundoukai. So we've got multiple options here. These first two, to the untrained eye, almost look like the same thing, but they're not. And then these other options down here. So we're going to stick with the top one for now, see how far it gets us. So we're going in partially blind. Like, I kind of know what I'm doing because I play a lot of video games, but at the same time I don't know the language, so let's see where we go. This might actually just be taking us from room to room. I have another game on the Saturn that I played briefly, and it allows you to, on that game, the options that it gives you on this game are similar to the options on that game, but on that game you're going between all across the map, and you have to explore the town of San Francisco in that game before you can actually start the real game. You have to go around and talk to people in the city and stuff like that. We might do that game in a couple more weeks, the game that I'm talking about. I would tell you the name of it, but it's a very long name, so we'll get to it later on. You can tell when the Saturn's loading. Oh, hello! This art style is similar in ways. I would say it's a little more like chibi than even Sailor Moon. Just not really chibi, but maybe on the face. There's a specific term for that, and I don't know what it is at the moment. It's where, like, the anime girls are drawn with really big eyes. It's not chibi, it's something similar to that, though. I'd say it's even more exaggerated than, like, your typical Sailor Moon. Like the original series of it. But it's similar. So you look at the guy looks like a Giga Chad, but then the girl looks like a slightly more exaggerated Sailor Moon character, I would say. The guy looks like it's almost like two different art styles, almost. Maybe not when he's his mouth open, but still. It's almost like they have like a shoujo artist for the girls and a shonen artist for the guy. Because he looks like a Giga Chad in that picture, like the word right there. It's got the chiseled jaw and stuff. It is kind of cool if they have full voice acting in this. Especially on this scene right here, which is like a special scene. It's not like the scene we were on before. It's like a conversation's going on. That's kind of cool. Like, it's not like just like a text adventure necessarily, because it's fully acted with these characters. Okay. Oh, that's sound he made. I feel like this is what this guy is like. His face structure is like what people think my face looks like without my beard. But in reality, I feel like my chin's actually really kind of small. Like when people come up to me in person, and if they see my beard, I'm like, okay, try to find my chin. There's like a thing. I'm like, try to find my chin. I'm like, this is kind of weird, but it's actually like way in there. My beard's bigger than it makes my face look. It makes my face look different when I have a beard. Basically, that's what I mean. It's like I feel like my face might look like that Giga Chad guy to the untrained eye, but it doesn't. I don't have a chiseled jaw. I have like a regular jaw, -1. I don't know what that means. What's this guy's deal? Like, what is his story? He's training them to be battle athletes. I'm assuming is the story. So he's going through like gym stuff. I thought it was like a high school game, but apparently it's not like a high school thing. I thought it was like set in Japan high school, but from the brief moment of video gameplay that I saw on YouTube, that's what I thought this was, my assumption. But it's apparently not. It's like a sci-fi. I think we're on a spaceship or space station or something, or maybe it's not on a space station. It might just be like a floating, like robotic station. Because they didn't actually show outer space. They just showed like a spaceship type thing. It's weird they haven't really shown that character, this girl that's on the cover art. They showed her in the cutscene, but now it's all about this Giga Chad guy. It's the big change of pace from last week's Famicom Friday, where we had an intense fighting game, and I ranted about my fighting game pet peeve, which I don't think anyone really cares about, but there's something I had to like say, and I wanted to say it on my YouTube channel, because I brought it up, and it's been bothering me about YouTube for a while. If you want more information on that, check out last week's Famicom Friday, where I played Street Fighter 02. But on this one, oh boy. What kind of game did I buy? This is like a all ages game, right? Like, what the heck? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We put on the wrong disc. Hold up. Hold up. We don't want to play this game on YouTube. We'll get banned. We'll get banned for life. No, actually, it's weird thing. The weird thing about YouTube, I saw this video about King of Fighters, which we played King of Fighters, or we played Fatal Fury Special on one of my past Famicom Fridays, and we played as Mai Shiranui. And when you're playing as her, occasionally like her skirt will be up, and she does the victory pose. I saw this video on YouTube, and they had it all censored, and I was like, wait a minute. Was I supposed to censor my video? Because I don't think it's really that big a deal, because it's like Super Nintendo pixel art, and it's only in there for a brief moment. But on that video that I was watching, it was like a list of all like the finishers in for every character in King of Fighters, and it might have just been Fatal Fury, but it was one of the first King of Fighters games, and it was like a collection of every fighter's final like whatever like attack, and so I was like, wait a minute, should I be censoring my YouTube videos? And I'm just like, nah, if YouTube wants me to censor it, they'll probably tell me, I'm assuming. I know there's some things that I definitely won't show on my channel ever. At first, when I started my YouTube channel for a while, I was like, I'm not going to play any mature rated games, because like, I wanted to keep it PG, but then YouTube did that thing where like, you have to label it for kids or not for kids. I labeled it for not for kids because I don't want to be stuck in the kids category. And also, I don't feel like any of my audience is kids, really. But at the same time, it's like, I also got me thinking, like, should I, after that basic thing where YouTube was like kids or not for kids labeling for creators, I basically started playing more mature rated games on my channel. Not a lot, but you saw me play games like Escape from Bug Island. I think I did a Resident Evil. Did I do Resident Evil? I feel like I almost did a Resident Evil game for the Wii. I think I did Dead Rising, and then I did Dead Space, a lot of Dead stuff. Funny, but yeah, mostly for Wii games that are rated mature. But you know, I don't think those games are that bad. I don't know if I'd ever do like House of the Dead for the Wii, because it actually says the F word like a record holding amount of times in that game. Like it got on the Guinness Book of World Records, and I was like, okay, well, I don't think I want to play that on my channel, even though I have it unplayed still. Because I do like a Wii Wednesdays series where I play a random Wii game that I haven't played yet, and then so it got me thinking, like, should I be censoring my games or stuff? She's screaming. Why is she screaming? Because probably because Giga Chad's in her room when she's asleep. Okay, this is going into like super anime cliche territory here. It's like Master Roshi coming out here. But it's like Giga Chad Master Roshi. Not that Master Roshi isn't a Giga Chad in his own way. Anyways, okay, we finally got past that scene. Oh yeah, and on that note, back to what I was trying to say before I really forgot and spaced out for a good couple minutes. On that note, I won't ever be playing a game that has like full nudity, or even like further than that, like Cyberpunk. I know a lot of people got like copyright blocked when Cyberpunk first came out, not because of anything like too bad, but on the character creator screen there's like full nudity, and it's like, oh, okay. Well, like a lot of people were streaming it the day it came out, and I don't think anyone expected it to be that, like, I guess revealing or whatever, but it was. So I remember when that came out on Twitch and YouTube, there was people getting like blocked immediately because no one really expected it to go into that much detail. But it did, and that's a cool looking game. But like that one like detail aside, it's like, okay, well, I don't think I'm gonna stream that over. Not that I ever really would, because like it doesn't fit into the category that my YouTube channel is. But if there was a game like that, and like it happened to be for like Saturn, I probably wouldn't choose to play it on YouTube. Okay, this is actually like a lot more visual novel than I expected. It's kind of cool that it's voice acted. The art style's great. The cutscene was cool. I understood like you're going around the area of this. I'm assuming it's like a ship or a building that he took you to on the ship. This girl, she'll find out her name eventually because I'm going to translate this box in manual, some of the manual at least. So it should give her a name. But I thought this would be more of like a mini game thing. Oh wait, here we go. Speak of the devil. Right on time. We are getting into some actual gameplay finally. About a good 20-15 minutes into this game. It was mostly just cutscenes and, not QuickTime, but, what are they called? Visual novel. So let's look at the screen real quick. I got some English here. You've got System, File, Tool, Link, and Exit. Which I'm assuming these might relate to that. Let's see, System, File, Tool, Link. No, maybe not. Vitality is 53. We've got Compow Computer. Doors 98 beta version. Is that like Windows? They call it Doors. Instead of Windows 98, it's Doors 98. Come on. It's pretty funny, actually. As someone who grew up with, Windows 95 and stuff. So, hit, input, run, open, kill an object. And then you can look at the time up on the corner. It's the year 4098. 4998, and it's September 1st. Let's just see what happens. Okay, we've got... Oh! Select a panel. Is this actually where we get to play? We got push-ups, aerobics, and track. Well, let's start with... I just don't want to start with the other one, but let's start with this one. It doesn't really matter. Let's just jump in. Let's get some game going. She's got her aerobics ready to go. Ready to go, Bix. Aerobics to go, Bix. Here we go. Now... Oh, alright. This looks like that one episode of Star Trek The Next Generation. You know what I mean, if you've seen the show. If you haven't seen the show, you might know what I mean. So this isn't like a mini-game. This is just like a... Maybe it is. Wait, what? We've got Vitality, Arm, Body, Leg, Style, Balance, Softness, Gutsu, and Fatigue, and Energy. But, So these are all... Oh, what? Wait, whoa. I pressed A and it started, like, uploading things. So you don't actually train. Wait, what the heck? Is this like a commercial break? That was actually kind of cool. You know how anime has that commercial break thing? They had one of those for some reason. So that's how you power up your character, I believe. You get stronger by doing the aerobics class, or aerobics just in general. We're going to check out push-up. And then there might have to be a thing where we take a break. Either here or somewhere near. I'm assuming she's going to have to go to sleep. Because this looks like it has a daily progression where it's like, it's already the second. So one day has already passed. So she spent the whole day doing aerobics, I guess. Now it's Sunday. I wonder if that's accurate. Is the year 4998... September 2nd is actually a Sunday. Someone should look that up, because I don't want to look it up. You go to the future, see what day a Sunday falls on. Okay, well, I think we kind of get the idea of what this game is going to be. I'm pretty sure there's a 3D battle in this, I swear. There's gotta be. I saw it on the gameplay. Maybe I was looking at the wrong game. Oh, this looks like just like a visual novel where you can do exercise, but it's not even like animated at all. Okay, my energy is depleting. I only have 5 out of 103 energy, but everything else looks like it went up as far as I could tell. It kind of went by kind of fast. There's that. I guess it's the load screen. It is a nice load screen. So there's got to be a way to like sleep. Let's see what this does. Or like take a rest. And regain some energy, because it looked like my energy was low. What's this do? Does this sleep? I bet you if it's sleep, it's going to be something perverted. It's going to happen. But hopefully not. But you never know. It just seems like it from what the intro was like. Okay, did that restore my energy? It looks like that might have, because now it is Tuesday. I know after the last exercise it was Monday. So it takes a day to do that. We only gain like 50, which is like half of our total energy about. Let's go here and check out the last one, which is, we did that. Here's track and field, or running the track at least. And then we'll check out everything else. We just want to see what this game is all about. It's the basics of Famicom Friday, usually. It's just check out a game, specifically from Japan region, for any console really, and just see the basics, see what the game's basically like, get the idea of what this game is. Because sometimes it's a game that I know and love, or I've seen somewhere and I'm interested in, but sometimes it's something really random and wacky that I don't really know anything about. So this looks like it's not 3D either. I thought this would be the one that would actually introduce some actual, like, you know, gameplay, but this is just another, like, quick little scene. Okay, oh wait, maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Here's our rival, or at least another person in this school. We saw her briefly in the last scene, but I didn't really think much of it. I see your eyes are even bigger than my eyes. Oh no, it's just another scene. Okay, well, we were close to having some gameplay. We were very close to getting gameplay. Okay, so let's see what goes up. Let's keep an eye on what goes up. Fatigue. So when fatigue is up, is that bad? Or is when, because if fatigue went up, energy went down. You would think fatigue would be bad. Let's see, guts went up, I think. It looked like leg went up. Okay, cool. We got some extra points, and looks like our ranking remains the same. Oh, that's a cool character. Cool design. Actually, all of this, like, it could be like literally any character in this game, and I'd look at them and be like, I like that art style more than anime that came out like in the past 10 years. Like, any character in this game I could pick, and it would be a better designed, visually at least, character than like a majority of anime in the last 10 years, at least from what I've seen. So we've got these again. I can always do these for like training, I guess, but we've seen them all. It's already the 5th, Wednesday. I did this one, which was like a sleep or a rest. We've got this one right here. What does this do? Is this where you go to the actual like competition or something like that? Oh, there's this lady, which she might be like a nurse or a teacher. Which this is the one that the guy was the Giga Chad guy was talking to earlier. The guy that brought us to this place. I'm assuming he brought us to this place. I could be wrong about the information because she was just like having a normal day, sitting on a field in a sunny day, and then the spaceship came across, and Giga Chad took her to become a Battle Athletess. Which is what I'm assuming this game is. Once again, it's all like my own like canon of this game, like headcanon, but yeah, that's pretty much what it is, right? I mean, I'm pretty close to what's going on. Okay, so that is like the nurse. She can heal you. Okay, so you can sleep or you can go to the nurse. So we got training of 3 different types so far. We've got sleep and nurse. And then what's this? We got, let me check something out. There's 2 on here, right? Or does that just go back? I think let's just go back. Okay, so this one we've got 3. I think let's see what happens. Oh my god, it's the options menu. Oh no! We were this close to finding something interesting. It's just the options menu. Which I'm assuming the next 2 are like save or quit, you know? I don't want to do that just yet. So I'm afraid to click on any more of this one. I feel like that could be like save and quit or quit and not save or something like that. Because the first one is just options. So if that's an options menu, this is nurse, this is sleep. Let's check this one more time. There's nothing else you can do here. Let's go back. Let's go here. And try this one again. What's that do? This takes you back, right? Okay. I'm kind of getting it. Let's see what happens if I just wait a little longer. Let's see. Let's do this one more time. Let's do each of them one more time and see if we get anywhere. And if not, then we'll try something else. Okay. They just had to put a mirror right there. Like, come on. I mean, there normally is a mirror in a gym, but still, like, come on. She's censoring her own self. Her face flew up to censor herself. Okay, so we've got this. Let's see what this does. It raises leg. It decreases energy. Okay, so that does increase some of my stats. So that you could say this game is like a high school athlete simulator? Is that a correct term for this game? Like, you're training as if you were like doing specific high school gym sports. But it's all in like a quirky anime setting and theme and style. But also, there's a visual novel around it, and I think there is gameplay. Once you get to a certain ranking, you should be able to compete against other opponents, because we're building up our stats, so there has to be a reason to use those. And I don't think it's just like a one-on-one two-dimensional screen thingy. The back of the box shows that level up screen that we've seen a few times. It also shows some conversations, like one looks exactly like this. And there's another one where she's doing, like, she's actually lifting weights. So there are other exercises you can unlock later on in the game, I'm assuming, based upon the box art. This was like a different conversation than we ever had. So let's see what happens here. I'm just afraid I'm going to get a game over. That'd be the worst ending. But there is a 3D game here somewhere. And I thought it'd be a more, like, straightforward, like it's a mini game or something, but it seems like it's deep within the text. Like, hidden in there somewhere. There is a game, I swear. There's gotta be. Okay, let's go to... Let's see, we did that. Let's go to the nurse. I'm pretty sure that last menu that we didn't go through all the way is like a save and quit. So I'm kind of afraid to click on that until I have to, you know? I don't want to lose my game progress. We'll check that out next, I guess, because we've been playing for a good half hour. Actually, we've been playing for more than that. So, I don't want to keep you here all day if there's no game. Let's see what happens after we get healed by the nurse. Okay, so, we did some training. We went to the nurse. That sound effect sounds exactly like a sound effect from Star Fox 64, and maybe even Star Fox and Super Nintendo. It's like, pew! It sounds like when you get shot or something. Anyways, that's random, but now we're gonna check out this final one. I think it's a save and quit. We're gonna choose the top one first. Please save at least. Auto save. I'm pretty sure it's return to title screen. Oh, this is load. Ah. Okay, so that's load. The bottom one must be save then, right? Right? Let's go here and check out if this is save. I believe it is. I could be wrong. Is it save? Let's see let's see what's behind door number 1. Okay, we got save. We're gonna save our file there. And I'm gonna save it to, yeah, okay, that's the right memory card. Okay. How do you get a RAM? I have an action replay in my RAM slot, right? On the SEGA Saturn console. How do you get, it looks like there's 2, but how do you get a second one? Maybe some of them have a slider, or like, maybe some of them have 2 blocks. I don't know, because there's only 1 slot. Alright. Now I don't feel so bad. I didn't quit the game. I didn't mess up the file. I actually saved our file, which is nice to know, because I do want to continue playing this, at least on my own time. This might be a new one. We might have got somewhere, guys. I'm all excited because there's a new exercise to do. I'm like, oh my god, this game that I care about, or I don't care anything about, but it's just there's something new happened. Oh my god, something to do. Okay, yeah, let's get on with this. This is something new, right? I'm not just like losing my memory. I'm not just like going crazy because I'm staring at this game for too long. No, this is something new. Okay, because she was never in this exercise room before, as far as I remember. The Giga Chad was, so maybe we'll run into him here and he'll give us something to do. I don't know his name at this point, so I'm just calling him Giga Chad because he has like a chiseled jaw, and he's like what's it called? There's a term for it. He's like the master or something. Oh, she's cute. Oh, I like what's up with her hair though? She has like a tube come out of her. It's the future. She's like a Twi'lek, but like with one tail. It's like she has like a. I mean, that's probably a thing in real life, but she has like a towel for her ponytail. Okay, cool. So we're actually making some progress. Not what I expected. I expected Giga Chad guy to be here, but no. I'm glad I'm not doing this one live, because on my past Famicom Fridays, I've been doing them live and then re-uploading and editing them. For this one, I'm pretty glad I'm not doing it live, but at the same time, we could be running out of hard drive space, so I gotta save soon. So, just to let you know, guys, this game takes a good hour, at least, before you get to any, like, real gameplay, aside from training and conversations and cutscenes. So, keep in mind, if you don't know Japanese, or if you're not interested in that at all, or you're not interested in visual novels, you're not going to like this one. But, I'm about an hour into the game, and it's alright, it's alright. Nothing's really exciting has happened yet, from what I know, or I can tell at least, but, yeah, that's just giving you a warning, guys. I'm about an hour into the game, and nothing's really happened. Yet. I mean, nothing to a small extent, but yeah. Just keep in mind that in the end of this video, if we don't get to gameplay, at the end of this video, we're going to check out the manual and perhaps learn a little more about the game. Because the manual is actually pretty interesting. I looked at it before, but we're going to translate it using Google Translate on my phone. So we'll see what happens with that really quickly. Hopefully not too quickly, but if the end of the scene brings us back to where we were before, then we'll have to maybe do this game again in a future video. Pick up where we left off, but with some actual gameplay. But if we don't get to a gameplay scene soon, then I'm probably going to quit and check out the manual, because I don't think the manual is going to help me too much, because this text just takes time, because it's fully voice acted. Or not fully, it's mostly voice acted, not fully. But this game just takes time before you get to the actual, like, verses. There's a lot of training and characters and conversations. Oh, I like this. I like this. Neon, laser, dumbbell exercise. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So we did make a little bit of progress in the game. We're not just, like, giving up right away. We're going to go here and save my file. And then we're going to check out the manual. Once again, I'm going to try to translate as much as I can with Google Translate. But also, keep in mind, guys, I'll probably say this again, Google Translate, it's a little wonky. It's not perfect. We're going to look at the box, because there's some text on the box, of course. Then we're taking a look at the manual, because I've got the complete manual inside. And I've also got this, which is interesting. I'll show you this right now. This is the side label that goes on the outside when it was shrink wrapped. And I've also got this, which is the registration card. Probably won't look at that too much, but it is the official included registration card. Alright, so here's the game case. We're going to take a look at it and translate it. I've got the app called Google Lens or Google Translate. So let's see what happens. Alright, so according to my picture of Google Translate, Google Lens of the back of the box of Battle Athletess Daiundoukai, it says a few interesting things. Some of this I can tell is accurate, some of that I can tell is maybe not so accurate. Right there, SEGA Saturn. Gorgeous, Neketsu, Bishoujo, Sci-Fi, Spokon, SLG. So what's at the top? Now I know some of this is right because it actually does say SLG, whatever that stands for. And I know this is right because it is a SEGA Saturn game. This probably has something to do with sci-fi or maybe sound effects, SF. For my translation said it was sci-fi, but it could be sound effects instead of sci-fi. It might be a mistranslation, I don't know. Bishoujo is a type of anime, or I guess you could say it's like a genre. I'll have more information on that in post. So on this text right here, it's like a paragraph right there. What it says is roughly University Satellite, which is the name of the, I guess, the space station or spaceship that picked up the girl at the start of the game. Akari Kanzaki, 15 years old, who dreams of entering school. Wait a minute, she's 15? Okay, I didn't expect that. So it says University Satellite Akari Kanzaki is our character. Akari Kanzaki. She's 15 years old, who dreams of entering school. The next line, I leave it to you. Next line, please guide me so that I can pass the exam. And then it says, leave it to me. This right here says Palma's class, sports day. So this thing right here on the logo, it roughly means like that top part is like the class, and then the bottom part where the bigger font is something like sports day is what it basically means. Sega Enterprises, this is all like Sega information right here on your basic Sega Saturn. This one says, say, please be readable, which I'm assuming this warning right here is because it's a visual novel. And that means that there's going to be a lot of text in this game. It's a text-heavy video game. So it's a warning right there that says something about, you know, please be sure that you understand how to read when you play this game. Otherwise, you're not going to enjoy it too much. Unless you're me, and you're crazy, like me. Alright, so we learned about the back of the box. We learned more about the title of the game. We learned that it's based upon an anime. Let's jump into the inside of the manual. Which, once again, we've got it complete in box. Sweetie, sweetie, wait, don't touch that booty, she's 15. I know, that was a bad joke, but she actually is 15, so it's kind of weird. I didn't know that until, like, I don't know, like a few minutes ago. Alright, so let's look at the manual briefly. Let's just have a little look. Got nice, colorful artwork, colorful text. We've got how to control the game right there, which we're going to be looking at that in particular right here. Like, what do these buttons do? I know what they do, but there might be more information on the gameplay there. And here is, what do you know? Gameplay screens. You can kind of see that there actually is some game in this game. Like, right there. I have a hard time getting my camera focusing. There is game in this video game, okay? I wasn't just making this up and showing you a visual novel. Okay, so here we go. That's the status screen. Looks like the load and save screen that we figured out earlier. The options menu, it tells us everything does in that. Here is the list of characters, which we're going to check out too. List of characters. We met that character. We saw that character, I think, on a load screen only. This is the main character, which we found out her name, but we'll look that up again. There's that girl. We saw her. I thought her hair was green, though, so maybe that's not her. And there's some other characters. There's the Giga Chad guy. Okay. And here's a nice full-color artwork illustration of characters from this game / anime. And then there's some information on the back. And that's the whole booklet for Battle Athletess, aka Daiundoukai. So, I'm not sure if it's Battle Athletess or Battle Athletes, because it literally says Battle Athletess, like female athletes, but when you go look up online, it's just called Battle Athletes. So who knows? Alright, so we've got new game, start a new game, and continue. Starts from the point from which you save. See load and save on page 8. Free space required for memory is 6 blocks. Carry out option. See the beginning of options on page 8. It says operation right there. You've got directional buttons on the D-pad, which are for move or list. The A button is transfer. X, Y, and Z buttons, I think, are unused as far as I can say. That's why it's gray right there. It's black instead of red. For the X, Y, Z, they're unused. As far as I played with the game, they're also unused. B button is cancel. C button is, it says definitely, friendship, and decision. It also says start button is game start and movie skip, so you can skip cinematics or cutscenes. Alright, now not all of this translated perfectly, and some of it didn't translate at all. So what we got here is our main character. Her name is Akari Kanzaki, or Kanzaki Akari. She is a voice actress named Rio, and it doesn't really say anything else about her in terms of what is translated. Let's see, it does say the main character of the main story and entering the school who was the record holder in. This character is Jessie Garland, or Garland. Her voice actress is Miki Ito, and she is actually American, which I guess is why they give her blonde hair in this game. It incorrectly says that she's 1 year old, but she says on the actual page it's 17. It says 1 year old in the picture. She's not 1 year old. Her longevity is 172 centimeters. She specializes in motorcycles. Her favorite things are yogurt, dancing, and things, and blood. I think that means her blood type, because it's all mixed in on the translator for some reason. This is pretty hilarious. I don't know if this is an incorrect translation or just a partial translation. It says, originally from America, his father became a computer. It says that right there. But I don't think that's actually what it says, so I'm just gonna say it's a fluke. This character's name is Dilla Veferasaka. However you want to pronounce that. That's her middle name, Veferasaka Rosnowski. She might be like Russian, I'm not sure. Like, I don't know. It doesn't sound like a Japanese name particularly. It sounds like a Japanese translation of a Russian name. That's what it sounds like. This girl's name is Tanya Natividad. Okay. Okay, a second attempt allowed me to get a better picture and better translation. This says character document or character introduction. Her name is Suzuka. I don't know if that's like her full name or just Suzuka is her part of her name. She was voiced by Teiko Kawada. Her birthday is on April 21st. This next character is named Kazuno or Daichi Yanagi. But that's not her voice actor. Her voice actor is Hisakawa, excuse me. And she was born on December 31st, 1992. Which is weird because isn't this game set in like the year 4900? So I don't know how that makes sense. Maybe he time traveled to get these girls. I don't know. I don't know how it really works. Maybe it's not a spaceship as much as it is a time ship. Okay, we've got these minor characters that are just, I don't think they're playable, but they're still characters in it. They probably work at the place that these characters are at. This character, her name is Kanzaki Tomoe, and she's 37. She was born in Hokkaido, Japan. Her favorite things are, she doesn't like sweets, she likes sports. It says she's a space child at the big athletic meet. The record is still unbroken. This next character, I think is the one that I thought was like a nurse, maybe? Her name is Yumika Shima. Her voice actor is Orikasa Love, or Love. She's 27. She was born in Chiba, Japan. She likes alcohol, young boys, girls, and manga, or girls manga. Interesting. She dislikes troublesome things. Her quote is, "I am in charge of counseling, etc." Which is, okay, she's like the counselor. She's not just the nurse, but she's also the counselor. This Giga Chad guy, guess what his name is? Grand Old Man. Or Grand Old Man. Yeah, it's just like an old guy. His voice is by Nakata Koji. His date of birth is unknown. He seems to be of gender origin, which I'm assuming that means he's a guy, because he looks like a guy. What does he like? Women. What does he like to wear? Men. Wait, what? Alright everybody, that's it for today's Famicom Friday, right here on Happy Beard Games. We checked out Battle Athletess Daiundoukai for the SEGA Saturn, Japanese region. It might be called Battle Athletes, it might be called Battle Athletess, because it says both on here. And we found out a lot of things about the game. We found out that it takes at least an hour to get into any actual gameplay. We didn't get to the gameplay in this video today, but we did get to a lot of visual novel type scenes, and it's kind of interesting. So if you're interested in this game, please understand that this requires a lot of text reading, and there's actually a warning for it right there on the back of the case saying that this is a text-heavy game. It's basically a visual novel for the most part. We also found that it's based on an anime series, so if you want to check out the anime, there is an anime, a one-season anime about this in the early 90s. I think it came out in 1997 is what we said. We also took a little step further this week and translated not only the back of the box, we also translated the manual to an extent with certain pages such as the controls and all the characters, because inside the manual there are character biographies for each little character in the game and some of the side characters. So we learned a little bit more about the characters of the game because I couldn't do too much in the actual game itself for you today because I already went an hour into the game. We checked out the manual, so that was pretty interesting. And if you're interested in more, checking out the manual or translating, let me know that in the comment section below, because I can do that in future videos. I've done that in some of my past Famicom Fridays, but I haven't done it for a while because I've been doing the live streams, and you can't really do that during a live stream very well. So yeah, we checked out Battle Athletess Daiundoukai for the Japanese region SEGA Saturn today on Happy Beard Games' Famicom Friday. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay tuned for more classic gaming goodness right here on Happy Beard Games. You can leave me a like, share with your friends, leave me a comment, subscribe today for more classic gaming goodness. Check out my Ko-fi page if you want to donate. And until next time, stay tuned for more Famicom Fridays right here on Happy Beard Games. Alright everybody, thanks for watching. Bye!